Welcome back to another episode of Horror Vibe Bean Podcast.
Hola!
Hey, we're back with more creepy shit, creepy stories.
Buenos noches.
Buenos noches, everyone.
Buenos dias.
Please, to support us, subscribe, like, share, comment. Your fucking comments are out of pocket. I fucking love that shit. So thank you for that. And enjoy.
¿Cree usted en los fantasmas? Si su respuesta es no, puede que esté a punto de cambiar de opinión.
La denuncia de un objeto volador no identificado.
No, you better wake him up.
Those footprints on the moon
Showed us that America's future can be determined.
all right, so.
Now let's talk about your love handles.
All right, so my love. Wait, what?
No, continue.
All right. As you might notice, Jocko looks way more blacker today. I'm kidding. He does not.
Just a little bit. He was out in the sun for the first time. We let him out. We let him out.
He looks like he might rob you, but he's very friendly. I swear.
I committed a crime.
Fuck. I got some creepy ass videos today, bro.
Show me.
Some of them are fucking funny because, like, I don't know if they're real or not. I'm gonna just start with a goofy ass one, okay?
But I thought this was the Horrified Bean podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you guys.
We already have
let's see the goofy one.
Non-bean.
All right, so the goofy one is, so you know how in Mexico everybody believes in La Llorona and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they're
of
all
course.
freaked out about it?
Yeah.
So, bro, just watch this video, okay? Somebody in top of, like, their house in their second floor with a big speaker, okay? And look, there's people on the road, and watch what happens, bro. Just mind you, it's a speaker, okay?
God damn, that's loud. You gotta get the fuck out of here. Yo.
No one stayed back, bro. No one stayed back, bro.
Like, you're not misa. Por eso dormí, por favor.
You know for a fact they're gonna be telling this story for generations to come. Like, Mijo, I heard like,
I swear, man.
I swear to God it was her.
I heard cheeks getting clapped. All right, one bean has been horrified.
So one of our guests that was supposed to be here watching us do this shit,
He was gonna strip tease for y'all.
yes, he got very scared and is leaving now. He's a
Yeah,
pussy.
he's gone.
Hashtag show me your titties.
This guy's name is Jeremy. He's our assistant. He does our drinks and
Yeah.
stuff for us.
Go get us a drink.
Yeah, he's gonna get us a drink right now. Give me a beer, bro.
Yeah, give me a beer.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, actually show yourself in camera so the people don't think we're schizos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, who the fuck is out there with them?
People really think we're...
We actually have friends. I know we look like we don't, but we actually have friends.
No, we don't.
Oh, fuck. Gay? No, I'm kidding. It's not gay. We support our homosexuals here in our town.
Do we?
All the homos and all the sexuals.
We love them. We support them.
Oh, happy Pride Month, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
It
Happy
is
Gay
June.
Month.
Yeah, kiss all the
yeah.
homies goodnight.
Oh, yeah. Kiss up. Come here.
I don't want to kiss.
Fuck. Now, this next video, bro, it's scary. Not because it's something paranormal, but I thought it was really scary because of what could have happened to this person, okay?
Right.
So, if you pay attention to this video, dude, there's a girl walking back from school trying to get to her house, right? And then this happens, okay? Just pay attention to everything that's happening here, okay?
I'm paying attention. All right, there's a dog.
Spoiler alert, the main actor here is the red girl.
She drunk or something?
No, she's walking from back to her house.
She's walking like she's drunk.
Look. There's a gun right there on his hand. Now watch this shit, bro. The hero of the story. Now, this became very fucking famous, but apparently it became very famous because the girl was basically about to get kidnapped, and around that area there was a lot of kids going missing because they would go to school, come back home, and then they would make it home.
Yeah.
So and then they caught this on one of the cameras from one of the neighbors, and the guy, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but when he came out of his car, he had a fucking gun in his hand. I don't know what he was trying to. What he was.
I got a lot to say about this clip.
Why? What's going on?
First of all, Who hired that man to kidnap people?
He's fucking bad at it, isn't he?
Is the worst criminal I ever seen. Yeah. He opened the door, flashed his gun, and told her, "In there."
Motherfucker, you're supposed to snatch him.
Second of all, she is the worst victim I've ever seen.
Why?
She stood there, got scared, and stayed there. I would have ran.
I would have ran.
I would have started booking it.
People go into shock. They freeze up.
Fight or flight.
They freeze up.
No.
I think she was about to throw hands because fight or flight, she either flies or fights.
But all right, I understand the initial shock, right? You see him, cool. You see the gun or whatever. But you see them close the door and they start to try to back up to you. That just started kicking in. I need to get the fuck out of here. I have a chance to start running. Go find help. I understand you got the fight or flight, but she wasn't gonna fight. So what else she was gonna do?
Dude, the stray dog came to save her, bro. The stray dog gets the star of this fucking show. Right?
Oh no, yeah, the dog's goated, but come on.
Everybody was praising that dog.
At the end of the day, it's fake.
It's
fake. The reactions weren't real. You're right. First of all, the dude didn't get out and actually try to grab her and force her in the car, so it didn't feel like a real kidnapping. The fact that he flashed the gun and closed the door again was like, oh shit, I gotta try again. I fucked up. Like there is no I gotta try.
It was his first one. It was his first one. It had to been his first one.
And then if you're a victim and you realize, oh, this nigga sucked. This is his first one. I'm taking off, bro.
How is she gonna realize that? She's just
He closed the door.
No, but basically she was.
And the dude drove up.
She was in shock.
Put it back on.
Dude, okay, look.
Put it back on.
Watch.
Put it back on. Watch this fuck up.
Okay.
Look. She's like, she don't know who this is. Flashes the gun.
Sorry, she's in shock.
She's freaked out right now, right?
Okay.
Now watch. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See?
But she was about to run right here. Look, she was about to run.
But
right
she didn't. Why did she stop? Okay,
exactly. You see what I mean? Yeah, okay. That shit's not real. Cause that's 7 whole seconds.
At that point, it clicked.
But she didn't run.
Because scroll back a little bit. Scroll back a little bit.
The dog was gonna save her.
No, it's not the fucking dog.
Look.
She's still freaked out about the gun.
Now look, see the dog was gonna save her.
She was gonna run.
Yeah. Okay, so is the dog a paid actor or something?
Yes.
What the fuck? How?
Actually, if I had a gun, why the fuck would I be scared about a little chihuahua? Like.
Maybe
he's not a monster, bro.
Maybe he was scared.
Kick it.
He loves dogs.
Maybe he was forced to do it. Maybe he has a dog.
Okay, if he was sex trafficking, he need to get this money, and whoever the boss is going to beat their ass because of it.
He's getting.
You gonna let a little ankle biter stop you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, imagine, bro. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of real because actually when it made local news and everybody was praising the dog.
Hey man, a lot of fake shit hits the news.
You're right. Never mind. The government's lying to us. Everybody just do not believe in the government. Don't
I just think fake.
Fuck the government.
Everybody who's been robbed or tried to get kidnapped before, what do y'all think? Did y'all freeze up at that time or what happened?
Fight or flight. She wasn't doing either.
Y'all's mind if this happened to you before.
I freak out or run.
You freak out?
Okay. What do you think, sound technician?
Sound technician, what do you think? He said, what's up, dude? Okay, just for your information, we have a male sound technician and a female sound technician right now. Just in case the first one fucks up like she always does.
3, and they all suck.
There are 3, and none of them are doing their job.
So we're still taking sound technician applications.
Original.
We like bad bitches with big titties, just to let you know.
Original sound technician.
Original sound technician.
OG sound technician.
OG sound technician.
That exact scenario happens to you.
What would you do?
Freeze.
She will freeze. She said she will freeze.
All right.
Basically, she's
we got one. What about you, Yessie?
Bro, I told you. That's two freezes. That's two.
What you got? Y'all some pussies. Like, what the fuck? Run.
Jeremy,
run.
Yes, come here. What would you do in this, if this shit happened to you? Look at the camera.
I would give my ass up, man.
He was gonna get his ass up. Bro.
But all right, understand this. The exact same thing happened. She froze. You saw her see the van, process that there was a guy with a gun trying to get her, and then she starts backing up, and she's like, "Oh, I need to get out of here." But she doesn't take off
because she saw the gun. What if she's like, "What if I'm running?"
But he closed the door, and
but she doesn't know that
they were
running.
sitting in a car with a door closed, and the gun was not visible for 7 whole seconds. 7 Mississippi seconds.
It's called Darwinism.
Darwinism, yeah.
Darwinism.
Yeah, Darwinism.
Hey man, I'll tell you one thing. She ain't a brother.
Our black parents were fucking fucked out of there, bro.
Because a brother, would have hopped over the car. Probably would have stole the car. He probably would have robbed him.
As a matter of fact, you were getting
Get out
robbed.
the car. I gotta get away.
He pulls out his AK. Alright, bitch.
Don't you see these people trying to kidnap me? Get out the car.
This next one, it's this one's a little more random. It is creepy too because it's basically two girls just
One
chilling
girl?
after getting their drinks and shit. You know, so they're both sitting there, right? And out of nowhere, she starts recording, right? Because she sees a woman approach their car. And then when she approaches their window, this is what she fucking records, okay? So
She sees a girl in a red dress or a red jacket. What the fuck was that?
Guy, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god! Tiana! It's okay, honey. Tiana! Tiana! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
They're
See?
definitely not brothers either.
they're definitely not brothers either. Because oh my god, if she said Tiana go and I was Tiana,
Okay, so now this is another one. What if she was just a passenger and whoever the driver wasn't there and she doesn't have the car keys? Now this is a different scenario, like being trapped inside a car.
bro, she had the keys in the fucking car. You know
Well,
that shit.
let's take the keys out of the equation. Like you're actually forced in a situation.
That's not what happened.
Well, let's just take that out of the equation. Going
All
back
right,
to
fuck it. No
the first
keys.
video.
Your keys are in your pocket.
What would be your response?
Turn
My
on and
response,
get out.
What's the situation? I'm in the car.
You're in the car. Some strangers out there just like antagonizing
fucking
you at the
crackhead with a knife.
windows. And you're just in the car, don't have the keys, and all the doors are locked. What are you doing in that situation?
Yeah, what are you
What
doing?
am I doing with no keys?
I'm not spinning you in this
She's
scenario.
just putting it in that scenario. You basically just pop into that scenario. What do you do?
Maybe you and your fucking mom went to Walmart late at night to go get something, and she ran into the store real quick.
Trust
and
me,
she-
a Mexican mom would not do
she has
that.
her
bro.
car
This is what I'm
keys.
doing. I'm unlocking the door and I'm opening that bitch on them and hitting the fuck out of them with the door.
And you're gonna go beat their ass.
No, I'm like,
And say,
Just go lock the door again. I dare you to do it again.
I would just keep doing it.
I bet you
I'll
won't.
spam that shit. I'll spam that shit.
spam the fucking
Steve
button.
Rogers taught me good. Captain America.
Dude, but that'd be so fucking dumb.
He does
But
hear-
dude, but she looked like a fucking crackhead to me. But so a
Not
lot
that.
of people in the comments of that video kept saying that she looked like she was sick, like her face was decaying or something.
It looked like a mask to me.
I just thought no, but
That
no,
does
that's
look like an actual crackhead to me.
probably yeah. Look to me, it looked like
Let me
an
see it
actual
again.
crackhead.
Pause it
Let's
at
watch
the,
again.
pause
Let's
it
watch
at the
okay.
face.
Yeah, crackheads are actually crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a
yeah.
fucking crackhead, bro. Look at that.
Now
shit.
crackheads can look goblin like.
But that shit looks fucking awful, though. That shit looks. Look at her face and her mouth. It looks like she has no eyes or no, like her mouth, no teeth either. Like
You know what's crazy?
what's
I'd
up?
hit.
She decided to record it.
What the fuck? Wait. We're not going past this like it didn't happen. What the fuck? Did you
Excuse
say?
me, sir.
Excuse me.
I said I'd hit.
He's like, I'll suck it.
I'm sucking it.
You hear that, team? You hear that, Team Jose?
Team
Y'all
Jose.
hitting crackheads.
Exactly. Y'all giving head to crackheads.
A hole's a
now.
hole, right?
Oh my.
If there's a hole, there's a goal.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah,
but
made me
is this
laugh.
guy who's like high out of his mind, okay? And he's just walking around recording, but he sees something in a tree, okay? And then he zooms in with his camera and he's like, look at it, look at this little dude. And this is what he records, okay?
This the spot. This the spot. Nah, come back out.
What the?
Oh shit, I'm doing
Why you
it.
be peeking like
Exactly my
that?
point.
Peeking. Alright, so look, let me know.
Yeah, I'd hit too.
What the fuck? Man, this is a duende, bro. What the fuck? So this is what this is the stuff I told you about. Like duendes in Mexico are like the biggest thing over there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They say that those
I've seen
exist
so many
and they kind of
videos.
look like that.
How do y'all feel about fairies?
That's a duende, motherfucker. That didn't have wings. That's a duende.
I'm just saying, like in general, because
Not
like
real.
there's
Not real.
different types of fairies. Like,
Not real.
And not real at all.
I don't think fairies are real.
I think I maybe the thing that will be closest to fairies and actually exist will be duendes,
Yeah.
but
No,
not
I'm saying
fairies
that-
themselves.
I'm just
Duendes
saying
are
it's-
just short people.
when
yeah,
I-
they extra short people.
When I say fairies, I'm just speaking in like broad terms, like little tree, like people who live in the forest that are small and tiny.
oh, okay, yeah, I believe in
and,
them.
like, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you think like good, evil?
evil because So let me tell you all this story about duendes, dude.
Tell me.
So basically, my auntie and my uncle, they built this new home in Mexico next to right next to my dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
And when they first moved in, they started noticing that a lot of their things will be placed in different, spots of the house that they never even went to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like TV remote in the bathroom.
Yeah,
exactly. Or like their fucking toilet paper in their garage and shit,
Yeah.
you know? And so they're like, what the fuck? And sometimes they will be like eating something, right? And they'll leave like their keys on the window, just, you know, get them when they're coming out next time. And they go and try to do that and grab them, and there's no longer there. And they're like, what the fuck? ADHD or duendes? And so basically, they called my grandma, who was like a big believer about that stuff, but she's also very religious. And she was like, "Oh nah, this shit's duendes, man."
Not duendes.
And
Duendes.
so,
Dun, dun, dun.
no, but then basically, so they were like trying to bless the house. They were trying to do all this stuff, typical stuff, you know, exercise the house type shit. And later on, it didn't work. A lot of things kept happening, and my auntie was pregnant at the time with my cousin. And so one day she was left alone in her house, right? And she didn't feel comfortable because of the stuff that was happening. So she proceeds to go to my dad's house where my auntie, one of my dad's uncle cousin was staying. And so she was like, "Can I stay in this house for tonight? Like, I don't feel comfortable over there." And my dad's cousin was like, "Okay, fine, go. You can stay in the big room."
Mm-hmm.
So my auntie was laying there. She was pregnant. She was in bed. She had a TV in front of her. She was watching the TV, and then out of nowhere, her TV started going like static.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "What the fuck?" And she turns it on, turns it off, and then she's like, "Okay, this is annoying." And then it turns on again by itself, and it starts doing the static stuff. And she goes and turns it off again, and it finally stopped. And then out of nowhere, since she left the door open of her room, and just mind you that her room is facing the living room, so when the door's open, she can see the couch and the window and the main entrance.
Everything.
Yeah, and so basically, she sees this big shadow just walk from left to right of the house. Okay. And she freaks out, and she just gets up and goes outside, sticks her head out to look around and see maybe it's, you know, my dad's cousin. There's nobody around, and then she turns to the TV behind the TV, and she notices that the TV's not even plugged in at all. So it could not even have been turned on in the first place.
So why did it turn on?
Exactly, that's the thing. And then she's like keeps thinking that maybe the duendes follow her there. And then later on, what they told her, I don't remember who exactly told her this, but they told her that if she places like a guitar in the house when they go to bed, the duendes will be curious about it. They'll go and pull on the strings and hear the melodies of the guitar, and basically it will remind them of how they were in heaven and they got banished from there. Because basically duendes are beings that were in heaven but got banished by God into, you know, just basically Earth to be there with humans. That's what they say, and so that probably would help, and actually did help because they got a guitar and they did that shit and it stopped, like out of nowhere. It just stopped. Nothing happened afterwards.
Why didn't they just put on some cleats and start stepping on them?
What the fuck? Because they're not beings that you can see and like physically see. Like they just appear out of nowhere. You could get glimpses of them and they'll move your shit around.
So fairies.
No, they can't fly. Fairies fly.
I mean,
They're
not
just-
all fairies.
So they're wingless.
Some
No,
people,
but they're
there's some
duendes.
wingless fairies.
But because they don't look, they basically they don't look like
They can turn invisible, come in and out. They're mischievous as fuck. They move one object to another place.
Okay, basically the Mexican version of fairies, bitch. Like it's not the same thing.
Fairies are fairies.
The
Fuck
fairies
you.
are
Okay,
fairies.
basically fucking fairies. Damn, Jesus. Fuck duendes.
Yes.
Yeah, gnomes. Thank you. Duendes are gnomes.
Gnomes could be like another
what they
version
call
of a
them,
fairy.
gnomes.
So where do the gnomes live?
They're not real.
In the gnome home.
What?
Duendes are real, not gnomes.
They're the same thing.
Okay, then they're the same thing.
Girl,
But
you don't have a mic. Shut up.
But basically, that's what I'm saying. So,
They're slow, that's why.
so basically, that's what I'm saying. That happened to her, you know. So,
No, okay.
So I feel
Because
like,
that's the thing. Like gnomes and like fairies or like tree people or small
Are you living
people
this time for real?
all give like the same vibe to me. Like they're very mischievous. They like to fuck with people, but they don't have any like evil intention. Like they're not trying to kill you, possess you, or anything.
oh no, the ones I'm
They're
talking
just
about duendes,
doing
they,
some little bits.
So duendes, what
Yeah.
I hear they do, like they do sometimes try to take kids away. A lot of kids have gone.
Oh yeah,
disappearing,
I
they
hear
take
stuff
kids
like.
away. Yeah.
But mostly it's just like kids remind them of this joy and
Thank you.
happiness.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's
hear
like,
about
oh,
that.
they
Hear
like to
about
have
that. They
fun.
take kids.
If I take him and take him home, we can have fun all the time.
Like this one time, this lady got a note in her house, right? Because she kept doing the same. She kept experiencing the same shit.
hide
you
your
know?
kids.
No. Kind of like that, but the note was written in this fucking old ass paper from like old. She could tell with the way it smelled, the way it looked, and it had some old writing in it, right, in Spanish, and it said, "I heard that you've been struggling with money wise, if you give me one of your kids, I will give you infinite amount of income. And she was like, what the fuck? And she like balled it up and threw it away. And apparently that pissed him off because she didn't even consider the deal. So that pissed off the duendes, and they started wrecking her house. And when her kid woke up in the morning the next day, her hair was tied up to her bed, and like she had scratches in her face, and she had like a bad fever. And she like tried to get up, and her hair was stuck like tied up to her bed.
You know,
Yeah.
there's always like folktale stuff like that. And I think it really comes around like the Pied Piper. If you ever heard about that?
Pied Piper?
The Pied Piper?
Yeah, basically it was just a guy who worked for a village. Well, you spilled your beer.
Fuck you, I know I did.
Well, he worked for a village and he did this village a lot of favors, but the village took him for granted. They didn't pay him. They treat him like shit, but he helped around. Like he actually helped around the community, cleaned up, helped the elderly, all the community service stuff you could think of. So out of return, out of spite, for revenge, he comes in with his flute. And they call him the Pied Piper, and he comes and starts. Then he starts coming and playing his melody in town, and all the kids come out and they love the melody and they start following him. And then he walks them all out the village while the parents are asleep and not aware of this. He walks them all out the village, and there's different versions of it. There's some say that he left the kids in the woods to be lost forever, or that he locked them in a cave. I heard one where he took them all to a volcano and then had them walk off.
So different versions.
There's different, because this tells
but the
like
same thing that stays
this tale, yeah,
basically.
the tale's old as fucking dirt. But like that's what reminds me of. It's like something will come and offer you a good service
and
for your children.
Yeah. So that's basically what kind of duendes do after they start messing with you and stuff. You know? So this next video is this guy who works at a store.
Is it a store?
Like a grocery? Yeah, it's definitely a store. It's
okay,
a grocery
got you.
Store. Yeah. And he starts recording because he starts listening, like hearing voices. Like he starts hearing his own voice calling him.
Echo.
Like a doppelganger, bro.
Oh no, not again.
Doppelganger shit. We're back to the doppelganger
do it.
shit.
Run it up.
All right, listen.
I'm trying to get spooked.
So I'm here at work, and I'm 100% sure I'm hearing my voice right now. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? What is that? I'm freaking out right now because I'm the only one in the store. It sounded like it was right behind me. Yo, I hear it. Please tell me you guys hear this.
I hear it.
So basically,
play it again.
But yeah, he's by himself. Like I don't know, you guys could hear it, right?
Yeah.
Play one more time.
One more time.
You don't hear it?
Listen.
I was
at work.
Like it's whispering.
And
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Listen.
100% sure I'm hearing my voice.
Oh.
Come here.
Do you hear
Oh,
that?
fuck that.
Do you hear that? What is that? I'm freaking out right now because I'm the only one in the store. It sounded like it was right behind me. Yo, I hear.
Yeah, all that alcohol. Just start drinking, drawing the voices out.
So,
the voice.
That's why they told them, like, steal it.
Yeah, right there.
Take the alcohol.
wait, is the guy black or not? Because if it's black, maybe his doppelganger was like
Just the whispering, like hello, like that shit was.
dude, it just gives me like very bad goosebumps, bro. Cause like I fucking hate doppelganger shit, bro. Cause like what is the like imagine seeing yourself like somewhere else, like you, like what the fuck? What would you do at that moment?
Would you rather see yourself or hear yourself?
Realistically,
Hear myself, right?
would you fuck yourself?
Yes.
No. What? What?
I'm very hot to my eyes. I'm juicing.
Like if
I'm
actually
kidding.
there was another version of you.
Yeah, no,
in
I'm
front
just
of you.
kidding. I'm not gonna fuck it. What if it's a demon, bro?
That's not the question.
Would you?
Would you fuck yourself?
Just imagine giving yourself back shots.
Yeah, just you fucking raw dogging yourself.
I got that cake. I got that recoil, so I can see myself liking it real.
Not gonna lie to you. Show the audience your recoil.
Nah, they don't deserve it yet.
Damn, everybody.
Yeah, subscribe to the Patreon to see that.
Yeah.
We got a Patreon.
Patreon is crazy.
Whenever we make one,
Whenever we
subscribe
make
to
it, yeah, subscribe to that shit, bro.
Okay.
This next video It's of this guy who got sick, right?
Yeah.
And he ended up in the hospital. And his brother asked him, like, hey, can you send me a video of you in the hospital just to make sure you're okay? And so he does, and he records the people around himself.
Obviously,
okay?
he's not. He's in the hospital.
No, but like, I mean, he's actually not dead or some shit, you know?
Okay.
So when he does this, he records this. I hope you guys notice it, okay? It's very quick, so pay attention to it. You see that shit?
Was there something standing right there?
Yes.
I thought it was a person laying down.
No. So exactly, that's what I'm saying. Look.
You know what that reminds me of? I don't know if you've seen the movie The Woman in Black.
Yes, that's what it reminds you. Yeah. See that? You see
that lady.
Yeah. So people are saying that basically one of the patients.
I think that's like death.
Yes, one of the patients in front of him was dying because he was like really in a bad accident. So that thing right there, standing in front of it, people think is the Grim Reaper trying to take his soul after he dies and shit. You know what I'm saying? He comes from.
That's weird.
If your job, right, is to take a human soul and transition it from the real world to the afterlife, why is your first aesthetic to be the scariest shit to lay your eyes upon?
Well,
because death is scary.
Death is scary.
Death is
I know
scary.
death is scary, but if your job is to help,
help, you're taking that motherfucker no matter what. You're not helping him.
You're delivering these souls from the world to the afterlife. In my eyes, like, I know everyone can have their own like imagination of the Grim Reaper or death, but I want death to be someone who is willing to take their time to explain to me what's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you die, I don't know what happens when you die, but when you die, I'm pretty sure you don't know you died because it's so instant.
Yeah.
And it happens like this, unless you died of old age and you knew it was coming.
Yeah, but that's
but the thing, if you run into death like this, that's how I picture it. It's like it might be a family member that you trust, like with all your heart, and someone that when you look up to is always loving, and they're like, "Hey, honey, I'm gonna break this news to you, but you're not alive anymore. But it's okay. I'm gonna help you."
Am I dying right now?
You know, like it's like I'm gonna help you get to the other side.
I get it.
I feel like that's what death.
So what would you want when you die? What would you want to be? What would you want to see to help guide you?
I don't know, because honestly, I'd probably be like my grandma or something, somebody that I like. But the thing is, when she passed, I was still a kid, so I was like, when I looked at her, I was all like, oh, grandma, like I had the kid lens on, but I didn't really know
her
that,
like that
as a person.
I see you.
But again, as growing up, I met other people that I trust, but I know them as a person.
What would you do if you're dying and it's me, Dago?
I'll be like, fuck.
What if it was?
Fuck you.
What if it was Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
Oh my! Wait, younger, older?
Young
Johnny Depp.
Bro, it's nutty.
God,
Jesus,
am I in heaven? Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what I want to be? Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God,
Daddy.
You gotta admit, young Johnny Depp. Seen this man roll a cigarette?
I'm kidding.
He roll a cigarette so sexy.
Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands era. Yeah. Gothy Johnny Depp. Goth Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Fuckable. Nuttable. Well, let me tell you something. That's the thing though, because I heard stories of people who were like in like they were about to die, right? And basically, like days before they die, they say that they saw one of their loved ones come to them and tell them like, "Hey, you're about to die. You go this and this." And then later on, like they will, before he dies, he will tell their family members like, "Hey, I saw one of our dead family members, and he came to talk to me, or she came to talk to me, and I'm going to die, and this and that," and then they pass away. So what you're saying, I feel like maybe death for us, if we're seeing it from like bystander position, somebody getting taken away, we see death. But but in their eyes, maybe when death is standing next to them, is their loved one taking them away.
I was gonna put like a different like twist on it, where when you see like a family member or someone that you really love is more of like an angel guiding you.
Yeah.
And then when you see the Grim Reaper, is just someone who's just taking an evil soul, like somebody who needs to be punished.
See,
so
okay,
like,
that makes
so when they
sense
take
too.
that soul, I was like, oh, I'm not seeing a loved one, you're seeing this fucking demon
So
creature.
that guy's going to hell.
I don't know who that guy is.
What What did he do? What did he do? Goddamn.
That's the Grim Reaper.
Bro, that motherfucker's getting punished.
How about ask him when you go down there?
Huh?
Ask him when you go down there.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Ask him when you go down there.
He obviously.
You're obviously going to hell.
Fuck yeah. You two are going to hell too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
For me, you go to where you believe, and I believe it's black. Nothing.
No.
It's over
Me
with.
too,
It's over
motherfucker.
with.
I just believe that once you die,
My
you
mom
dead.
said I can't.
Fuck. Okay. Oh man.
My mom said you're a stranger. I can't talk to strangers.
Talk to strangers, bro. That's wild, bro.
Damn it. Hey, do you think like ghosts have to hold their breath to stay invisible? So that's like every now and then we'll catch a glimpse of them.
Right.
So they hold. So you say they hold their breath?
Oh yeah. So the whole thing is, do you think ghosts hold their breath to stay invisible? So that's like every now and then we'll see a glimpse of it.
Because they ran out of breath.
They run out of breath
They
and
can
they
hold
have
their
to
breath for a
breathe.
long ass time
Because they're dead.
Of course. They can hold their breath longer than us, but like you will never see like.
So you have to breathe in the afterlife.
Fuck, that'd be so lame. I
Yeah,
don't want
what
to keep
the fuck,
reminding
yeah.
myself to breathe. Like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
If I'm dying, I'm not fucking breathing anymore, bro. Fuck that. I'm gonna go into the fucking like dead realm world, and if God exists, I'm like, motherfucker, I better not be breathing in this bitch because I hate that
What
shit.
if you die and God's like, you gotta pay the taxes, to get in.
Fuck!
You
What
gotta
am I
file
gonna
them.
do?
You gotta file them by April 6th every year, and yep, this is your lot of land. You gotta pay property tax on that. You just gotta pay. It's exactly the same as it is now in death.
Worse, but worse.
That's crazy.
But worse.
I'll be like, you know what? Just send me to hell, bro.
You know what's I know it's kind of off track, but you know what's a cool thing that I think about? That is
Penises?
like no.
That was pretty cool though.
It's like if you go to heaven and you live in a world where it's eternal paradise, when will be the point where you go insane?
I don't think you'd go insane.
That's right. No,
You gotta think.
But you're in heaven. Do you have the
You're-
capacity to go insane?
But that's the thing.
That's the
I
thing,
don't know
though.
if you could like have the same emotions as you do,
Yeah.
like as a human. But if we're putting ourselves in a situation, like just put yourself in a situation where from here on, for like the end of time, you won't age, you won't get sick, you won't die. Everything that you want in life will happen.
Yeah.
And you can do it as many times as you want. No time limit. Take as much time as you want. Like you can literally do anything you can imagine. When will be the point where you start getting bored?
Yeah,
and getting
I
all
don't
insane?
think you would get bored because here in your physical body you have these limitations. You could only take so much at some point. That's the reason we get bored, we get angry, we get sad, we feel all this stuff. But in heaven, you don't have those limitations. You don't have the concept of time, nothing.
And but that's the hard thing about thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of it in the sense where we could just place ourselves.
So listen,
You know,
we could place
and
ourselves
actually,
now?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
right
and
now
actually,
it would
and like
bad.
think of it as like
Maybe
a
3 hours. I'd probably get bored.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like
I would go insane if it's like
You're
in this
mad-
world and everything is perfect
Yeah.
for like so long. I will go insane.
you
Yeah.
can do.
I want
But
some
when I
shit-
say
I
you
want
could do it,
challenge.
I want some excitement.
but the
Yeah.
thing
Go
is,
for
you
it.
could do whatever you want. Like if you want to say today I want to be a fucking superhero and fly around, like you could do that. You could do anything the fuck you want.
Let me tell you
How
something.
long?
If God says you can be a superhero for however long you want, I'm never getting bored, bro.
Oh, no.
never-
But how many times?
You're going crazy.
How many times will you fly the world? 1,000 years?
Motherfucker,
2,000
the universe
years?
is in my hand. I can go
10,000
anywhere in the universe.
years?
Yeah, you're right. You'll eventually get tired of it.
I'd
Like
probably-
think about living for 10,000 years and doing the same shit over and over again.
No, I'd change it up. I'd save people every now and then. I'd become a villain and start killing people. Yeah, start destroying
become the next
worlds.
fucking
Yeah.
Mexican
But,
Hitler.
it's something I like to think about because it's just like it's great because like it's paradise. You get everything that you want, but sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
But that's our
Yeah.
human aspect of it.
Yeah, but
At
imagine
that point,
while
we're
you're
all
dead,
spirits.
you have
Yeah.
no emotions. To
But-
say
Yeah,
what
we're
you
not
do.
human no
You
more.
don't have to feel like you do back here.
But
You'll
doesn't-
be dead.
But
Yeah.
doesn't the Lord love us because we are human?
Motherfucker,
So why would he take the one thing that he loves us for, then turn us to something that we're not?
But here's the thing. Listen. So
If
here's
the- yeah,
my
right.
theory before you continue. So basically,
We're about to get Christian in
no,
this
but
bitch.
listen. No,
If
but
the
okay.
Lord loves us so much, if the Lord loves us so much to give us life, why does He take it away from us?
No, but this is the thing though. This is the thing. So basically,
Why?
the way you're thinking about.
I like
is
your
like,
thinking.
Yeah, no. But the way you're thinking about. Okay, so my way of thinking when it comes to that, like if we die, He takes all the stuff that makes us human, so that we can live in paradise. You're saying that's like a bad thing?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's not-
basically-
Eventually, you get bored. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. But like, just think about it. Like when we're on Earth and basically like right now conscious about ourselves, like a lot of people are saying that He made us this way where we can like basically do like have a choice to do certain things, you know. So I feel that if he had the power to do all this shit and create us and make us the way we are, I feel like when we die and we go to like paradise, he has a different way of making us there so that we never go insane and just enjoy paradise.
I feel like this would be like, in my interpretation of how like paradise will end up for us, is that when you live your life, you love to think about the good memories it has, and you never want to forget it. That's what you cherish onto. That's what makes you who you are. So when you go to paradise, someone who loves you for who you are, it's not going to take those memories from you. They're not going to take the pain and the emotions that you felt on these very important moments of your life, so you can still reflect on it. But you don't have to feel actual pain or grief anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
But what helps it out is you can do whatever you want, and like for as long as you want. But he gives you an option. Whenever you want to, you could like press this button, and you will cease to exist. Like you won't be here.
That'd
anymore.
be awesome.
I'm pressing it.
I'm pressing
You turn to nothing. So you could.
Fuck paradise.
So like
fuck your head.
you could be in paradise for millions and millions of years as long as you fucking want. But eventually, you'll still have that chance to be like, "Hey, I've done everything."
See, that's what I'm telling you. What if he does that?
Is it truly paradise, right? So you're supposed to feel happy and stuff in paradise all the time, I guess. But how do you know that you're feeling happy?
So you're basically
if you don't know what sadness feels like.
Exactly. That's why I say like I don't believe in a heaven where like when you go up there you don't feel those bad emotions anymore. Because sadness, depression, all the shitty stuff we feel is what make us who we are.
Yeah. What is your paradise to you?
My paradise?
The perfect paradise for you all to be.
Adventure Time land.
Oh yeah, Adventure Time.
Adventure every day.
Oh, yeah,
bro. You know what my
I could probably live like that for so long.
For a long time. I would not get bored.
You know what mine would be? It's a regular show type shit. I would love to be in a paradise that would just be like random shit. Be like we're setting chairs up and a demon starts attacking us because then we move the chairs out of a different way. I would love that shit.
Well, you're always almost constantly dying and you're working at a park.
Bro, no, but you know all these people that are all different, and then there's different adventures.
A single episode of regular show is so out of pocket. I love it, man.
And the thing is, though, I hope that we can have weed when we go to paradise, bro. I will have stacks.
If I had to choose between regular show and Adventure Time, the Land of Ooh, I'm going Adventure Time.
Yeah, Land of Ooh, yeah.
I'd slam.
Princess.
I'd go crazy on Flame Princess.
Go to bury distant with take the dog.
Mine would just
copyright,
be
copyright.
Yeah, we'll go. All right.
What would
Thanks, guys, for
mine
watching
be?
this episode's gonna get taken down.
All right, what you got with the story? Just stop getting religion.
Yeah,
I'm fucking done with this shit.
All right.
Yeah, most of these gonna be deleted because fuck religion right now.
All right.
He's the host. Let him talk.
Who, me?
He's the one who has to edit his yapping.
Yeah, he's gonna listen.
They don't worry about that shit because I edit myself out.
All right, now that the boring part's over, let's get to the
We
good.
talked about the Lord though.
Man, fuck
Boring.
the Lord.
The Lord.
You don't think church is boring?
Yes, it's fucking boring.
Yeah,
I stopped going after a while.
I still go, but it's boring.
The reason I used to go is because of my family, but now I don't give a fuck about it. I just stay home.
No, I'm not trying to sidetrack too far or too much, but the one thing I hate Jose and Edward for, I don't hate the experience because I did what they did and been respectful for how their culture is. When they took me to their church, I was so fucking lost, dog.
Wait, no, I took you to the church for the first time with our church. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think we ever
you went
took
with
you to
us for the
church.
first time.
I don't think we
Yeah,
ever took
the
you to
first time
church.
you went to actual church, like Catholic church with us.
I was with y'all.
No, it was with me and him and her. He was
You're
there,
Catholic?
but they're different in a different place of the church.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went
but
to
he
the
was
same
with the
church.
far back. It was all of us together. We took you.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but
Anyways, you were lost regardless.
someone took me to a
was.
very, very Catholic church, and everyone that spoke nothing but Spanish. There was no translators.
In the message,
Mind you.
it was after the English one.
Mind you.
You go to the English.
I didn't know a lick of Spanish. Like, I wasn't even like decent in Spanish. I was so lost the entire time. I was looking left and right. Like every time y'all stood up, I stood up. Just like,
And then
when y'all sat down, I sat
It's so
down.
boring. That's all you do. Stand
Yes.
up, stand up,
And
stand
then
up.
with
Get on
the-
your knees.
Yeah, when y'all got on your knees, I'm like, do I do this too?
Yeah,
What do I think about?
And then when the chorus was done singing, he got up and started about to clap with Achilles, and be like, no, you don't clap. He's like, oh shit, they both sat down.
Yeah, that's what Black People Church does to me. Like when someone performs, you're like, yeah.
I felt so bad. They felt so out of the spot.
Weird. Why'd you even take him?
Because we had to take them because they basically lived with us.
It was like
we had nowhere to
it
leave
was
them.
like Christmas time.
Yeah,
it was near
also
Christmas.
One of the
I don't know
Aztec
what
celebration shit. Oh, is that Guadalupe birthday? Yeah.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like
No.
Like 6 a.m. church.
No, the one after.
There was one
at
in
night,
there was one at night, one in the morning.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, it was fucking.
It was super boring, and it sucked even more because I didn't know what they were saying.
Yeah.
But I felt like it would have been more boring if I knew what they were saying.
Dude, I know what they're saying, and it's still fucking boring, bro. You're not even gonna like it either.
Yeah, I don't pay attention anymore.
Yeah, I
understand what they're saying. I just don't.
I just stare at the fucking the guy's head that's in front of me. That's what I do.
And then you probably sitting there, it's like, I'm so glad Jocko doesn't know what they're saying.
I was laughing inside, bro. I was trying to hold it in because I just hear me like, and Achilles was like, Jocko, and I'm like,
like,
lost.
I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, should I like pay attention? But I don't know what they're saying, so.
Yeah, you get tested at the end.
My dad liked it even more after that. He's like, oh, he's a good Christian black person. He don't steal. I'm like, yeah.
And I'm saying, and I'm over here like with my head down, like it's like, don't think about nothing stupid. Titties, ass, no, God, please stop. I've been to my
Hispanic
churches.
Catholic church, yeah.
Yeah,
because black people church are way more fun. All right, go ahead. Fuck
Continue.
I'm gonna tell you about these 2 serial killers. That worked in hand.
Ooh, a duo? A Batman
killer?
A Batman Robin?
Okay.
A white guy and an Asian.
That is so out of fucking character.
I'll prefer like a black guy and an
yeah,
Asian
black guy,
but
it would have been better.
Yeah, but you know, the black guy and Asian duo, that works because they have fun times. When you put a white guy and an Asian together, they kill like a whole family, 2 whole families, and a bunch of like.
So because you got the crazy person and you got the really smart
There's
guy.
no balance, between them. So that's when they start killing people.
They cannot be nerfed down. That's
all right, what are these guys' names?
Yeah,
these guys. Well, tell me which ones are Asian, which one's the white one. Leonard Lake and Charles Ng.
Charles Ng is the Asian one.
Is the white one.
What? Yeah, I was right. Racism.
He threw us in the loop. There's 2 white names and one has an Asian last name.
Exactly.
All right, how do you spell Ng?
Oh, I-N-N.
What do you think?
Oh no, I-N-G, man.
Ing.
Charles Ng.
Ing.
I say I-N-G. What do you say?
I feel like it's gonna be a weird one where it's gonna be like X-I-N-G.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Neither of you are right.
Was it E?
It's NG.
Just NG?
NG.
Bro was lazy for fucking writing his last name. You know what?
His
Fuck
daddy
the
was lazy.
X-I, just NG.
No, I know everyone trying to sit nook.
Nigga.
What did you say?
What did he say?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay my source. Wikipedia.
Let's go.
Not Wikipedia.
Shout out Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is, I'd say, back in the day, our teachers would say, don't use Wikipedia, it's not a reliable source, yada yada.
Probably one of the most reliable sources.
It's become more reliable over the years, alright? So if you guys want to fact check me, go ahead, I copy and paste it word for word.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go and change the story and say that they were actually a black and a white guy now.
Black and a white guy. So I'm gonna say the N-word a lot.
Oh no, Dago, what do you say about
Let's
this?
start quoting them.
Is he allowed?
Do it.
Oh, he said do it! Go ahead.
Do it.
Dude, I'll edit it out.
So Leonard Lake and Charles Ng were notorious pair of serial killers whose crimes shocked the United States in the mid-1980s.
Mm-hmm.
So this happened in the 1980s.
Okay.
Oh.
So their story is one of sadistic violence, abduction, and murder marked by an elaborate plan to create a bunker where they would imprison and torture their victims. Yeah, so that was their big major plan, to basically have a bunker and bring in ladies.
Oh, so this is like this is their draw, like their draw up plan. This is what they wanted
that's
to do.
what we were trying. Their goal was to. They liked sadomasochism a lot. They like to hurt females and rape them and torture them and prolong their death as much as possible and just absolutely go crazy on these females. All right, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Leonard Lake first.
Tell me about Leonard.
So Leonard Lake was born in San Francisco, California. Now, when he was 6 years old, his parents separated. That already fucks kids up.
Yeah, they're fucking me up.
It's always a divorce.
I'm a little crazy now.
Now, once his parents separated, he and his siblings moved in with their maternal grandmother. Now, Lake was reportedly a bright child.
Light skinned.
But, and you tell me, how did you say light skin? Tell me if a black guy would do this. Tell me if an ethnic individual would do this. He was reportedly a bright child, but after habitually photographing his sister's nude,
light skins are weird.
Light skins are weird.
Which his grandmother apparently encouraged.
What the fuck?
His grandmother encouraged him. Like,
Nemo?
She just says, like, listen, Leonard, you see your sister over there? Take a picture of her for me.
No.
Fresh out the shower.
No.
Fresh out the
That's not how the conversation went. He's like, mijo.
Mijo.
I know. Oh, my bad. Hey, you.
He's so white guy.
Hey. He's like, look. I invested in this thing called OnlyFans. This shit is about to pop off soon. And I know the new trend, step sister. So hear me out. Grab the camera, right? Your sister's in the shower, not aware, all right? You set the camera up, and when she comes out,
But you said stepsister. She's not my stepsister.
Shut up. We can always change the title, all right?
My.
You got to keep it authentic. Keep it in the family. So,
oh my god, keep it in the family.
And then once we take the pictures, you'll give me the camera, I'll take the photos, and then we'll create an account once it's OnlyFans drop. And guess what? Once we start posting them pictures, chitty bang bang, we gonna be rich.
Oh my god, I could
or they could just been some country hillbilly.
So his grandmother apparently encouraged him to take photos of his naked sisters.
Okay.
Sisters.
All right.
Did you not listen to that part? Why'd you think we were talking about it?
This is my fifth one, man.
This is why Jocko is talking about OnlyFans. This shit.
I'm just joking. Anyway, what's
Oh my god.
So after he did this, he obviously became obsessed with pornography. He then reportedly extorted his sisters to perform sexual acts. Yeah.
I mean, they're already with the Alabama.
I mean, it's San Francisco, California. It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. They love each other.
Close enough.
Close enough to fucking Alabama.
Now, Lake, you know what another thing he did? He also collected mice, and he killed them by dissolving them in chemicals.
What?
Okay, so he's a psychopath.
Which, I mean, I'm not a crazy person, but if I was a kid, I feel like that'd be a fun thing to do.
Same.
Just like.
Just for fun. Just see how.
Yeah, it's like putting styrofoam in gasoline. It just dissolves.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just put styrofoam in gasoline and get the same effect.
Yeah, but like.
Why would you torture an animal?
I mean,
when they die,
Yeah, they just die. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. So Jose is the psychopath right here. So please, everybody, hashtag Jose psychopath.
Jose psychopath. Hashtag Jose psychopath. Hashtag Jose is gonna.
Do I call the police?
So Lake, he also collected mice, and he would dip them in chemicals and just watch them dissolve.
Dipping sauce.
Which is something he would later do to his victims.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I see it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, easy.
If you do it to rats, you definitely go do it to fucking people.
Now, after attending Balboa High School, Lake and listened to United States Marine Corps. So this is what our veterans are doing. Yeah, they like to just absolutely start committing the most heinous acts as soon as they get out of the military.
Are you gonna do that?
No, that wasn't me. I didn't see action. This guy went to war. I never went to war.
Okay, you should go to war.
All right, let's go to war. Only if you go with me.
All right, bet.
All right, Jocko, you down?
Tomorrow?
Front lines? Yeah.
Yeah, front lines.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right, so we're gonna take a 6-year hiatus off the podcast.
You're gonna be killing noms and noms. No, I'm kidding.
Which is funny because he served after he listened to the United States Marine Corps in 1964. He served 2 tours of duty in the Vietnam War.
I knew it was nom.
And he was a radar electronics technician. Now, one thing this guy would do is that he would always talk big shit about killing all these Vietnamese and being in the war and shooting, and he loved to kill.
He was one of those.
He racked up a high body count, yada yada. He would tell that to all these ladies later on, in order to get him to go with him, to impress him and stuff. He was a radar technician. He didn't do none of that shit.
He was doing nerd shit.
He was doing nerd shit. He was behind a computer the whole
Fucking
time.
loser.
In a desk.
Go out there and kill people. Damn.
Now, during this period, while he was serving in the military and stuff, Lake was diagnosed with schizoid personality disorder.
Okay.
Now, Jock, what does that mean?
That means you have. So it's not multiple personalities, or is it?
Schizoid. I don't know what it means.
I don't know
It
what
sounds
it means
pretty
either.
bad.
I was just gonna assume that as like an angrier alter ego.
Probably.
I get it. Probably
I guess.
Split. Like the movie Split, maybe.
No, Split
that's
was multiple personalities. I was thinking more.
Personality, someone will explain it to us. Now, after what was termed as a delusional breakdown in Da Nang, wherever that place is in Vietnam, he received psychotherapy, and in 1971 he was medically discharged. Later on, Lake settled in San Jose and enrolled at San Jose State University, but dropped out after one semester upon becoming enamored of the hippie lifestyle.
Oh my god.
My man.
So he dropped out, became a classic hippie.
Oh.
Now he moved into a commune there with a bunch of hippies and married briefly in 1975. However, the marriage dissolved after his wife discovered that he was making and appearing in amateur pornographic movies, usually involving bondage and sadomasochism.
Bondage. What is bondage?
Tie people
And
up.
explain to him what bondage is.
Baby, you're freaky. Let me know. What's up? We're gonna do this in bed tonight.
Oh my God.
Come on, tie me up.
That,
Spank me.
realistically, Theos ain't do no bondage.
Jocko, what's bondage?
As a matter of fact, I want you to slap me.
You ever heard the term hog tie?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you want to like just your hog tie people, tie people up on beds. Like,
so is that it?
Beat them, smack them.
Baby,
well,
we're doing it tonight. We're fucking like that.
BDSM gets to the more like tying people up than hitting them. But bondage is just straight up like tying people.
Yo,
up.
bondage. You know what bonding is? Bonding.
Yeah.
Or you're bonding all their limbs together to where they can't move.
Yeah, like you're in these like weird positions where you can't.
Why am I getting hard right now?
You hang them up from like swing sets and.
I am so hard right now.
Yeah. Really? Let me see.
It's like, go ahead.
Now, for the next 8 years, Lake lived in Greenfield Ranch, a 5,600-acre back-to-the-land settlement near Calpella, north of Ukiah in California.
Okay.
Now, there he met and eventually married Clarilyn Balzs.
Okay.
Balazs.
Balls.
Yeah, balls.
Balaz.
Carolyn
Balaz.
Yeah.
Carolyn Balaz.
Carolyn
nicknamed
Balaz.
Cricket. Who later became involved in Lake's fantasies and appeared in many of his pornographic films.
Did she have good signal on her phone?
This is the 1980s, so it's probably all like choppy,
Okay, well, she's
staticky.
cricket.
Cricket.
Ooh, and in the 80s, porn was a really big thing. Too.
Oh yeah, porn,
Yeah, it
porn
was,
a big
yeah.
thing. What was the funny thing you said?
Oh yeah. So I think it was with his first wife, or something. I don't know. He managed to. He took pictures. He made pornographic films, and of one of his partners, he took pictures of her naked. And every person he would ever see or meet, if you gave Leonard Lake the time of day and started talking to them, one of the first things he tried to do is show you pictures of this naked girl. No matter what, every single time, no matter who you talk to.
He was passionate.
So it's someone you want to talk to, huh?
Yeah, someone you want to talk to. Like, imagine you walk up to him and say, "Hey, man, where'd you get that shirt from?" He's like, "Oh, I got it from Hot Topic. Take a look at this girl. Take a look at this bitch I'm fucking."
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
So basically, he's
look
like,
at her titties.
he's like every dipshit dude is nowadays, basically.
Yeah,
basically.
Like every football player
check
in
out
high
this,
school.
Check out this girl.
Check out this fucking
yeah,
fuck,
it's gay as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, fucking dipshits.
Now, Lake's growing fear of the impending nuclear holocaust prompted him to begin construction of a bunker. All right, so he was scared of like the doomsday, like the end of times
So
coming.
he was one of those guys.
He's one of those doomsday preppers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he loved to like stockpile. He was a survivalist. He stockpiled weapons, food, water. He wanted to make a bunker, and eventually did. And it was in this bunker where he did all these horrible things.
Now here's the thing. This is the one thing. Everybody, this is one rule of survival. Have a friend like that. Just in case shit goes down, you can go to his place.
Yeah, kill him and steal all his shit.
Whoa, not all that. All right, keep going.
Now, that's enough about Leonard.
Yeah, let's talk about Ching Chang.
Let's get into the life of old. So now we're gonna get into the life of Charles Ng.
Charles Ng.
Charles
Ng.
Ng.
Y'all getting kind of close, guys. You're getting kind of close.
He's over here ready to fucking beat the shit out of us.
No, Charles Ng was born as Ng Chi Tat in British Hong Kong. Now, he was the youngest of 3 children and the only son of a wealthy Hong Konger executive. A wealthy Hong Konger executive.
Konger?
That's what they call it. You know, like a New Yorker. You know, a Seattler. a Floridian,
a Hong Kong,
and Atlanta.
Oh my god! All right, go ahead.
A Columber.
He just called us Columbers. No, I'm not taking that fucking bullshit with us. I'm not fucking a Columber.
Well, he was the only son of a wealthy Hong Konger.
Okay, fine. He's
executive and his wife. Now, during his childhood, Ing endured severe discipline and abuse from his father.
Oh my. Okay.
It always starts off that way.
It's always the abuse or some traumatic
Always
thing.
daddy.
That clicks there.
I feel like if you abuse him enough, they won't do that type of stuff.
They're not gonna do shit.
They probably won't. You know, you never know.
Oh my god, go ahead.
Not enough kids have been abused.
Not enough kids have been abused. Is crazy.
Talking about Hong Kongers.
Hong Kongers. Now, as a teenager, Ing was known as a troubled loner and faced expulsion from multiple schools.
Mm-hmm.
Now, following his arrest for shoplifting at age 15, that's the one thing you got to know about Ing. He's a kleptomaniac, meaning he loves to steal. He loves to take shit that's not his. Now, after following his arrest for shoplifting at age 15, he was sent by his father to Bentham Grammar School, a boarding school in North Yorkshire, England. Now, however, Ing's time there was short-lived as he was expelled for what? For stealing
Robbery.
from fellow classmates. And he was subsequently returned to Hong Kong. So he was once again a Hong Konger.
I mean, it's not as bad as like taking pictures of your naked girl and going up to strangers and be like, check these titties out, guy. These right here.
You see these? You see these? You see these? You see
Grade
these?
A.
You see these? Titties.
I love it.
You see these? Fresh this morning.
Just nutted in it.
Yeah. He collects them like Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It's like he has a whole binder full of
Dude,
them.
I knew dudes in high school that had those right there, bro.
That compared to somebody who keeps stealing your silly bands.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Silly
take that
bands. Those are the days. I used to rock this shit.
Bro, someone took my silly bands. It was on site.
Yeah, oh my god, I didn't mean punching. Bro said, brah.
I'm emptying
He
the
went
clip.
white boy on them.
Now, in 1978, Ing relocated to the United States on a student visa and began studying biology at the College of Notre Dame in Belmont, California. His academic pursuits were brief, as he dropped out after just one semester, which is understandable. A lot of people, you dropped out after one semester.
Yeah.
No, 2 semesters.
Yeah, you're better than Charles Ing. Good job.
Fuck, you actually did some work, bitch.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually helped out, bro, in the Red Cross. The fuck you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, you did tell me about that.
Yeah. And I learned how to fucking sew fucking human meat. Like, I know how to sew it. So, like, if you get cut, I can sew you up. I can do stitches on you. I can do vaccines, too. I know how to put vaccines on people.
If someone told me, like, I could sew you up, I wouldn't let you touch me.
Bro, I'm a specialist, bro.
I'd rather, I could stitch you up. Sew just seems wrong.
You're right. I said it wrong. You know what? I can stitch you up.
Okay, that's better.
I can. You know what? As a matter of fact, I can take your foreskin, bro.
What?
No. I
can circumcise you, bro.
I need my hoodie.
Damn. All right.
Now, after he dropped out of college, Ing was involved in a hit-and-run accident and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps to evade prosecution. So
This is where they
two
met?
things in common. No, they didn't meet in the Marines. I
Oh,
thought they
I was
did too, but no.
Oh,
They were
man.
both in the Marines and they both served in Vietnam. But they never met each other overseas or while they were over there. Now, Ing enlisted into the Marines on October 1979, reportedly with the assistance of a recruiting sergeant and falsified documents stating that he was born in Bloomington, Indiana. Because Ing, he was on a student visa here, but he never had proper documentation, to like be in the military. So they falsified his stuff so he can join.
What? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Damn.
Let's get him out there some paperwork, alright? Let's get him into the army so he can become a citizen.
Yeah, I want to kill non-people. No, I'm kidding.
You want to kill Ings?
I don't think we're in there anymore.
He wants to kill Hong Kongers.
Not the Congers.
Congers.
That's a good hashtag. Hashtag Conger.
Hong Konger, bro.
Hashtag Hong Konger.
Hashtag Hong Konger, bro.
And don't forget the R.
R,
Hard R.
I'm talking capital R.
multiple capital R's. Hong Konger.
Now, within a year, he was apprehended by the military police for what? For stealing $10,000 worth of military weapons and ammunition.
God damn.
He's a kleptomaniac. He steals.
How do you do that? Isn't there like a lot of security there?
Hell no, dude. No, y'all can call me a this. You can walk into the armory.
I had to explain to my coworkers, like, one of my coworkers was telling me that Fort Benning has like this reward out because they're missing a whole bunch of guns. It's like 13 like I can't remember what gun it was. It's a handgun, but they're missing guns, and they're giving a reward for anybody who finds it. And he was just like, "How the fuck like does a military, a top fucking secured military like miss stuff?" I'm like, dude, you gotta understand. Where I work in a dealership, so our parts department is just a little counter, and then all the parts is just behind it. So you go up to the dude, he's like, "Hey, can I get this?" Yeah, he goes in, grabs it, gives it to you, checks you out, yada yada yada. And I told him like that's exactly how the armory is. If you know people there, they don't give a fuck if you check it in or out. They'll just find a way to falsify the document to make it look like everything's good.
Easy.
And bro, so many people come home after serving with their weapons, with all their gear that they were supposed to return. Excuse me, that they were supposed to return, and they just never do. Yeah. And all it is just knowing who you buy and who's who.
There's certain things that are serialized, and we're giving all these people this idea of how to steal. But certain things are serialized.
If you guys get me into the military, I'm stealing $20,000 worth of guns and giving it to.
It's a lot harder to steal guns and stuff, so you can't.
Yeah.
Because guns are serialized. Any weapon is serialized. The night vision is serialized. The lasers that we use is serialized.
Yeah, all like the really expensive stuff
all
is.
the really expensive, is serialized.
But you get a lot of equipment, and that shit adds up fast.
Yeah, you can take like hand mics, radio mics, antennas, all this stuff that doesn't have anything that doesn't have a serial number on it. It's up for grabs. There's nothing ever really accounted for.
Really?
Yeah.
So, can I take my bed?
Okay. No.
Can I take my bed?
Your bed?
Yeah, for the military.
I mean, you don't. I mean,
that'd be kind of hard to get
out
without no one noticing.
You just see me come out of the military.
But like, there's like a lot of equipment that you get that isn't serialized that you could just take.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. All right.
But this guy didn't know how to do it because after he was called, he was facing court martial.
Court martial.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know, court martial, look it up.
It's too much to explain.
It's like fuck you. Look that shit up.
It's a military court.
It's a military court. You know, it's like the same thing as standing trial and whatnot.
But it's worse because it's military.
Yeah. No. Facing court martial, Ng escaped custody in 1980 and returned to Northern California, and that's where he first met Leonard Lake. Now, Ng and Leonard Lake, they shared a common interest. They love survivalists. They love that doomsday prepper stuff. So Lake, what he did is he put an ad out in the paper, asking like, "Hey, any other doomsday preppers out there?" And guess who answered? Charles Ng. He's like, "Hey, buddy, I like the same shit you do." Damn, Congers,
bro.
Congers.
It's no Congers, bro.
They go up to each other and say, "What am I, Conga?" Instead of the conger.
Yeah.
They put the A in the back of it.
Yeah.
My Conga.
Hong Konga.
My Hong Konga.
What's up, Hong Konga?
that.
I hate that Hong Konger.
That was
racist.
R2. That was racist.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get canceled for that.
No, you can't. It's Hong Konger. Come on, bro. It's like saying New Yorker, bro. R.
Now, at the time of their meeting, Lake, what he was doing, he was managing the Philo Motel in Philo, California. So he was the manager of that whole hotel. Now, Ng stayed at the motel briefly before moving into a residence with Lake and his current wife at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Was there? What would he say?
Cricket.
Balaz. Yeah, Cricket.
It was Cricket.
I'm gonna call it Cricket.
Yeah,
Cricket. Now, according to several witnesses, Ng was notably submissive, allowing Lake to give him orders and speak to him in a demeaning manner. And Lake was a mean motherfucker. He had this one friend, Charles Gunner, I think was his name. We'll talk about him later. He had this one friend named Charles Gunner, and he was a fat motherfucker. And Lake would be just relentlessly with the fat jokes, just making him do shit like, "Hey, bro," he'd walk up to him and see him, "Hey, what up, Gunner? Drop down and do some push-ups. Run a mile real quick. I want to see what you look like," just to make fun of him in front of his friends. Yeah, he was a mean dude, and he was just a mean motherfucker too. Charles Gunner was essentially his best friend, allegedly his best friend.
But he was an asshole.
But he was an asshole to him. But they were each other's best men at each other's.
I mean, there's a lot of people who like those situations, like just being assholes to each other.
Yeah,
and they just take it. Yeah, I feel sorry for this dude.
People. Don't get me.
I feel like that has to be like low key has to be a fetish.
Yeah,
low key has to be a fetish.
Charles Gunner love that shit.
It's fucking fucked up.
He'd love that shit. Now, he allowed Lake. Ng would allow Lake to give him orders and speak to him in a demeaning manner, and Ng himself acknowledged that he viewed Lake as a father figure, I guess, because Ng's own father was like abusive. He's a piece of abusive, he was strict. Like he was just no, not to be offensive, but he was one of those classic Asian parents. Like you do good in school, you bring good grades, you do all that stuff.
Doctor.
You be good. He was one of them. So he was super strict like that.
You do fried rice.
He was super strict on that. So I guess Lake showed him an ounce of affection, and Ing was like, "You're my dad now. I'll do whatever you say," and he did.
So that's why he started following his orders and doing all that fat shit.
Yeah. No, at the time, the fat shit he did with someone else, Charles Gunner. That's a different person.
I'm sorry. Yes, he made the other guy.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, man.
Now, in April of 1982, police raided their residence and arrested Ing and Lake on weapons charges. Why? Because they were hoarding weapons. They're doomsday preppers. So they would buy all these weapons to keep them in their house. And eventually they got tipped, like the FBI got tipped off, and they're like, all right, these guys are like stockpiling weapons. We can't have that. So they raided the house, and Ing was sent back to Fort Leavenworth. That's where he was going to get court-martialed, and he finished serving his sentence. Meanwhile, Lake skipped bail and adopted a fugitive lifestyle, using aliases and disguises to evade capture. Now, in July of 1984, Ing was dishonorably discharged after completing his sentence for theft and desertion. And he reunited with Lake and Cricket, initially staying at an apartment rented by Lake's sisters, and Ing later moved into an apartment on Lenox Avenue in San Francisco in the fall of 1984. Lake resided in a cabin near Willersville, owned by Cricket's parents. So that's where he stayed with Cricket and whatnot. And that's where he had constructed a structure he referred in his journals. Now, he kept journals about all the stuff he did to his victims and stuff.
What the fuck?
And in these journals, he kept referring to the place he did the things as the dungeon. So that was the dungeon. So that's when he began constructing the dungeon. Now, prior to this, Lake had already killed his own brother, Donald Lake, and a friend named Charles Gunner, the guy I was telling you about.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He ended up killing his badass.
He ended up killing his own brother. I forgot how. I think that's it's like speculated that he killed his own brother, but he definitely killed Charles Gunner. Because what Lake would do is like he would kill people and then take their identities and pretend to be them. So like it was hard to find them.
How the fuck is he gonna pretend to be a fucking big dude?
I mean, you know,
what's he gonna say? That's not him. That's me. He's dead.
Yeah, he doesn't have to dress up like them. He just got to take their name and all their documentation. But yeah, for identity theft, you just needed their name and all their documentation. Like, you don't have to look like that person, or it could be a person that doesn't really exist. As long as it looks like that, who you're saying you are is actually who you are. Because if birth certificate has
if you
your
have
name
their
on
birth
it.
certificate, their social security number, if you have all the
You're
documents,
basically them.
You're basically them. Just don't let them look at a photo ID and you'll be out.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically,
But you
just
could avoid
photos ID.
that.
Yeah, I could kill you right now and take your ID.
I have no ID, huh? Joke's on you, bitch.
Yeah, me too.
I'm illegal. I already have no
Let's
identity.
get you some documentation.
I do have my documentation.
Let's get
And
you all.
then we'll kill you.
Let's get you become a U.S. citizen, and then
Imagine, as soon as I get my U.S. say citizenship, I just find you guys outside of the fucking court and you just like stab me to death.
congratulations,
I'm like, fuck.
Grab all his documents.
Get him.
No, Charles and Lake all settled up. They got their shack in Wildesville. They started building their bunker. Now, over the next year, Lake and Ing began a pattern of rape, torture, and murder. Lake and Ing targeted women, but they did not hesitate to abduct entire families.
Wait,
What?
They killed 2 whole families. And in these 2 families, unfortunately, there were infants. 2 babies. And they killed them.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it was like a young family.
It was a young family.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, so like 2 families, each family had a little baby. Yeah. And once we get to their deaths, it's gonna be bad.
All right, let's
Okay,
get to
wow.
it.
Thanks for the heads up.
Typically, whenever they went for these families, they would kill the men and children first.
Jesus.
So just to get them out of the way. And then Lake would hold the woman captive in a custom-built room in the bunker at the ranch, tie them up and torture them, rape them, and eventually kill them.
Oh my god, dude.
Now, Lake allegedly did not allow Ing to enter the rear portion of the bunker, telling him that that's his domain. I don't know what he did there. I never saw that in the research. I never saw that in the Wikipedia
fuck
page.
that research.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, Lake also lured men to his compound with promises of work, but would instead rob and murder them, after which Lake would steal their identities. After killing the victims by shooting them, the two would either bury them in shallow graves or near the property, or burn them and just scatter their bones out. Anywhere out on the property.
Out in the property?
Just out on the property. Now, after the arrest, police found over 40 pounds of burned, crushed bone fragments scattered around the Willesyville property.
Jesus.
40 pounds. That's a lot of bone. That's a lot of people.
Fuck, that's a lot of fucking people, dude.
Now, Charles Ng was convicted of murdering 11 people, but because of the massive amount of burned, shattered bone fragments found at the cabin, they are thought to have killed as many as 25 people.
25 people?
Folks, yeah.
Damn.
Now, Lake is known to have committed several murders, but without the assistance. Lake is known to have committed several murders without the assistance of Ng, and that he wrote in his journal that Ng initially was very hesitant to get involved. So Ng was kind of good, you know. At first, he didn't want to do the killing. He didn't want to do any of that jazz. But you know, his dad, his parental figure, Lake, was like, son, you'll make me so proud if you just.
Hey, son, when you found out, let's kill it.
Tie that lady over there, slice her open, and take pictures of her for me, please.
Dude.
You'd make me the proudest dad alive.
Okay, Papa.
And Egg was just like, sir,
Anything for you, Papa.
Yes, master.
Just tell me you love me, and I'll do it, please.
Oh my god.
I love you, Papa.
Did I do good? Yes.
Now, known victims include Lake's brother, which we already talked about. His best friend, that's Charles Gunner. His neighbors, multiple people he met through the newspaper advertisements, tenants of the boarding house where Lake had rented a room, 2 men who had advertised for gay sex. One of them survived.
Oh my god.
That's how they were able to like find
Go
him.
back. Gay sex? Gay
sex,
Okay.
yes. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah. Happy
I mean, for some reason, it's always like a gay guy getting serial killer caught.
Yeah, no, because
so
that was
up.
back then. Back then, you know, the gay people were not as seen as important cases when it came to murder. The cops would just be like, whenever they'd be like gay on gay crime or something, or when let's see, who was it? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
he was like killing all these people.
It was gay people.
All these dudes, you know,
but
police,
they knew it was gay men. So
yeah,
just
the
like,
police would be like, "Oh, it's just a gay thing," you know. We don't want to get involved.
I mean, it's
literally do
fucked
that.
up, but that's how the world was.
It's like, just gays killing
And
each other.
sometimes it still is, you know.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
The world is just how it is.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 2 workmates of Ng. This is another couple of people that they killed. Now, on June 2nd, 1985, Ng was apprehended for stealing a vice. Stealing a vice. Remember, he's a kleptomaniac.
Yeah,
he likes to
he's
steal.
Yeah, he likes to steal.
Now, this vice, the reason they were stealing it, him and Lake, is because it's what they use to torture people. You know what a vice is?
No.
You know?
It's like you put it on the table, like a big old, big ass clamp.
Oh, the mic too.
Oh, my bad. I'm trying to explain it. So you put it on the table, it's like a big ass clamp. It has a crank on it, and as you crank it,
it closes.
Okay. And that thing right there gets tight if you start cranking that on it.
Yeah, well, they use it to torture the victims, but there's broke. There's broke.
What the fuck were they doing with that shit?
So like you could like I don't know if you've seen the movie The Orphan, but there was a scene where she wanted to frame the dad of him beating on her. She put her arm inside a vice and just kept cranking it and just broke her own arm.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, fuck.
It's crazy. But yeah, so Ng was apprehended for stealing a vice from a hardware store in South San Francisco. Now he fled the scene on foot, discarding the vice into the trunk of a brown Honda. Now Lake was there, and Lake tried to pay for the vice, but the police arrived before he could do so. Now, they observed that Lake bore no resemblance to the photo of his driver license when he presented them to the cops. And this driver license belonged to Robin Scott Stapley, one of his a man that was reported missing in San Diego, and he was one of Lake's victims. That's where he had his ID.
Dumbass.
Now, upon searching Lake's 1980 Honda Prelude, old Honda Prelude, officers discovered an illegal gun with a silencer in the trunk.
Damn, bro.
Now, Lake was later arrested and identified through fingerprint analysis. So that's how he was arrested. They found the gun with the silencer, and, you know, they didn't even know about the bodies yet at all.
You just know that he had the gun.
And the funny thing is, you know, Ng, he fled the scene on foot. You know, the way it happened is that, you know, the shopkeeper found caught Ng stealing the $75 vice. And he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Ng was like, "No, this is mine. I got from home.
Get back here, you damn Hong Konger.
No, come here. I call the police. And Lake was like, whoa, chill. Let me pay for this thing. And, you know, they were trying to sort everything out. The cop showed out, started asking Lake questions, and Ing was just standing there. And he just started walking away. That's how he got away. He just walked off.
Really?
He just left. Yeah. He fled the scene, but he just... All right.
He
just
You
left.
done with me? All right,
Like,
I'm
you know
gonna go
what?
home.
I'm out.
I'll see you later.
Hong Kong powers.
Now, at the police station, Lake was found convulsing violently on the floor of the interrogation room. Lake was convulsing out of nowhere. Shortly after being given a pen and paper and some water.
Wow.
Now, a brief suicide note was found on the notepad that they gave him. And at the hospital, it was determined that Lake had ingested cyanide pills sewn into his clothing.
Ooh.
And he remained unconscious and then died 4 days later on June 6th.
I think it was just allergic to paper and pencil.
No, so, no, so, like these guys, they were doomsday preppers. They were like scared of the impending nuclear holocaust that was going to happen. So Lake, one of the things he would brag about whenever he's trying to pick up chicks is like, hey, you know, I got all these guns and stuff. I got cyanide pill in my tooth, right? So if, like, the enemy ever catches me, they're not going to take me alive. And he always had cyanide on him. Always, at all times.
He was ready to kill himself.
Yeah, and he did. Eventually, finally, he killed himself. He didn't let the enemy get him. And so he was never brought to justice. He killed himself. So he died a free man.
So, you know what's crazy? The 70s and 80s have so many fucking serial killers.
Yes, because it was so easy for people to do shit.
Like,
It would take long for them to get
out of everything Jose told me with the story is they didn't prepare anything. They kind of just did everything on the whim.
They just did it out of like.
And you got one kleptomaniac that just keeps stealing shit and like getting the police attention, and they still didn't get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, these families were disappearing. Like, people were disappearing all the time. 25 occasions.
25.
And like
it's 10 to 25. 11 confirmed, I think, but up to 25.
But still.
Do families confirm?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, dude, like our whole family disappears, and our cops are like, okay, something weird's going on here. We should really put our time and hard efforts into this.
No,
like,
that's how the 80s were,
They
bro.
were just like, man, this shit happens every day. Like, the fuck? It's so dumb.
I mean, the only thing is, it's so hard now because there's cameras everywhere, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
you can do shit right here without getting caught in 4K.
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
There's probably
So people do not rob, do not kill. You're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
Thank you.
You know, the police they arrested Lake, you know, because he had a fake license or a license to somebody else. They were stealing a device, and he had an illegal gun, and they were like, all right, it's just another dumbass criminal who's trying to steal and stole someone's car or something. But once this guy kills himself with cyanide,
Yeah, then they start.
they're like, what the fuck? Why did this guy just kill himself?
There's something going on, yeah.
There's something else going on. So they start digging deeper. And the license plate on Lake's vehicle that he had when they got arrested was registered to a Lonnie Bond. But the VIN on the Honda itself was registered to a Paul Cosner.
Damn.
Who had disappeared from San Francisco in November of 1984. A utility bill found in the Honda led detectives under the command of San Francisco Police Homicide Lieutenant Gerald McCarthy to the property of Wileysville, San Francisco. You know, that's where they had their bunker.
Yeah, their bunker. Yeah.
So there they discovered trucks belonging to Stapley and Bond, you know, the people that we talked about before, as well as the dungeon. They found the dungeon.
Fuck.
Now, nearby, police unearthed over 40 pounds of burned and crushed human bone fragments, indicating a minimum of 11 victims. And a trench 100 feet long and 10 feet deep found on the property contained trash, personal effects of the victim, and 2 intact skeletons.
2 intact? What?
So, yeah, 2 of their victims, they just threw in that 100-foot, 10-foot deep trench.
They just had a pit.
They just had a pit.
Fucking
Yeah,
pit,
a pit.
bro.
And another body was found buried beneath a chicken coop. Now, Bond, the license plate owner, the person that the license plates belonged to, and Stapley, which is the owner of the ID that Blake used, who were gagged and shot execution style, were identified about another mile away from the cabin. So they found their bodies too. Now, during the search into the cabin, loose dirt prompted police to To uncover buried 5-gallon buckets, one contained various ID papers and personal items suggesting up to 25 victims. Yeah, that's where they're getting this number from. Seeing all these people's personal belongings.
Yeah.
Now,
So basically, they didn't find the bodies, but they found the belongings. And
Well,
that-
they found remnants.
They found, you know, let's see, they found a body under the chicken coop, 2 skeletons in the trench, 2 of the bodies, I don't know, I lost track.
And they had fragments.
And they had bone fragments too.
So that's okay. So they just like kind of like
bone fragments right off the rip led set to 11 bodies.
Okay, yeah.
And then finding all these other bodies as well as people's personal belongings,
they just assumed it was 25. Yeah. But it wasn't confirmed. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Now the other container that they found contained Lake's handwritten journals from 1983 to 1984, along with 2 videotapes. One tape included a 20-minute manifesto recorded on October 23rd, 1983, outlining plans to imprison and exploit women.
Can we watch those?
I don't think so.
They're out there somewhere.
All right, people, go look it up and tell us what is it.
Now, the second tape, labeled M Ladies, documented the torture of Kathleen Allen and Brenda O'Connor.
Did they ever publish this to the public?
There's a video, yeah. There's a video. In the video, they're not killed. They're not getting killed or nothing, but they're being like mentally fucked with, and they're tied up, and their clothes are getting cut off.
Oh my god!
But they're not killed in the video. Yeah, and then in chilling scenes, Ing and Lake discuss their victims with callous indifference. So they're talking about their victims like they're about to chop off some meat, just some random meat to cut.
What the fuck? Like if they were like cattle. And
yeah,
shit.
they were just so like non-human. And then later, Allen and O'Connor, the 2 ladies that were in the video, they were confirmed to be murdered. They found their bodies somewhere else.
Bro.
Yeah. Now Lake's ex-wife, Cricket, cooperated with authorities under legal immunity, surrendering weapons and other evidence. She was slated to testify in Ing's 1999 trial, but was dismissed abruptly by Ing's lawyer, William Kelly, without questioning. Now, Cricket had removed boxes and papers and tapes from the cabin after Lake's arrest, but before the initial police search, including videotapes referenced in Lake's journals that were never recovered. So it's hinted that Cricket also played a role in the killing, the torturing, and abuse of the victims. She was never in any of the videos, but it's suspected that she was a part of it. But she was never convicted of anything.
So she was free?
Yeah.
Is she still alive?
I don't know, but she was granted legal immunity to testify against them.
All right, let's go to their house and do some hate.
Yeah, look up. What's her name?
Cricket.
Clairlyn Balaz.
If she's still alive, we're gonna go get you.
Claralyn, last name Balazs.
That's wild though. Like, how's that possible?
No, there's a lot of serial killers who they have families or have wives, and their significant other is aware of what they do, and all they do is just
ignore it.
Let them do it and ignore it.
Ignore it. That is. I feel like that is contributing to what's going on. Like, if you don't say shit and you know what's going on, I feel like you're just as you're someone to blame, just like the other ones that are doing it.
But you gotta think in that situation too. Like, I don't know who this person is. I'm just going off a whim, but he was an ex-marine.
Ex-marine.
He's a doomsday prepper, so he's not all the way up there.
Yeah.
And he kills people for just for straight amusement. He's probably a very fit individual, and me, if I'm putting myself in the wife's shoes, I'm probably a lot smaller than he is. Somebody who can just easily be thrown around or get killed. So to avoid that,
I get it. Yeah, just
to avoid that,
yeah. Okay, I feel
what they say.
If it comes to that, I feel like maybe that's.
And he just explained how he was to all his friends. He was just an asshole. He told people what to do all the time. So it probably wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy relationship.
Yeah, just imagine how he treated his wife. That's fucking.
Like, you think he's just killing people coming home? It's like, babe, is dinner ready?
Remember, he has schizoid personality.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah,
so
you're right.
So he's fucked up in the head.
He probably even made her do shit like she didn't want to do and stuff. I get it.
I was continue.
Right, so they found the bodies. They found the dungeon. They found all this evidence, all that shit, and Leonard Lake is dead. Where's Charles Ing?
Yeah.
Remember, he walked off.
Yeah, he walked off.
He's stealing.
He's stealing something.
You're not wrong.
You're
now,
right.
Ing, who lacked U.S. citizenship.
He was like me. My buddy.
So he never had U.S. citizenship. Now, he lacked U.S. citizenship. He was captured in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He was all the way in Canada.
He left, bro.
He walked.
when he said he left, he left.
Yeah, he's gone.
He is
He's like,
out.
I'm out. Too good of that. Now, he was captured on July 6, 1985, after a confrontation with a store security guard during a suspected shoplifting incident.
So you were right.
So he was stealing.
This honker was fucking
Hey,
stealing
man,
shit.
At least he went out doing the thing he loves.
Yeah.
Hongers.
This Hong Kongers be stealing shit, bro.
Now, during the incident, the security guard came up to him and confronted him. Hey, bro, I seen you suck that rotisserie chicken up your ass. Come on. Come on, man. Now, what did Ing do? He shot the guard in the hand.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He got tired of this shit.
Got tired of this shit. Like, let me steal in peace, bitches. Like, damn.
Yeah. But this guard, being a tough motherfucking Canadian, he's like, bro, this Hong Konger really just shot me.
Not in my town.
So he disarmed the security guard was able to disarm him and like held him like in position while the actual police arrived. And had him arrested.
So a civil arrest.
Yeah, civil arrest. He was a security guard, so I guess that's all they could do. Now, he served in the Canadian prison. He served the Canadian prison sentence and fought extradition to the U.S., citing concerns over facing the death penalty. So Canada kept him, for shooting a security guard. He was charged with aggravated assault, shoplifting, and theft, and all that.
Not the
shit.
other crimes. Just
no,
that.
this is in Canada.
Oh, they were nice.
When he was arrested, he popped up in the national or the global criminal system.
Yeah.
And the United States, their criminal system found him and said, "Oh shit, that's the guy who was with Leonard Lake when he did all these murders. We need to bring him back to the U.S." But Canada, you know what capital punishment is, right?
No.
The death penalty.
Oh, so that's the capital punishment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canada doesn't have the death penalty.
Oh, so
but the United States was trying to extradite Charles Ing
so they can do the death
to
penalty.
California, to a state that has the death penalty. Canada didn't want to do that. They wanted to know, let him serve his years here. All right, we don't want him to die.
So he escaped death penalty. No. Oh. Plot twist.
Eventually, after Ing served his sentence in Canada,
How many years?
it was 6 years.
Okay.
He was eventually extradited in 1991. And then Ing faced 12 counts of first-degree murder in California. He denied direct involvement in the crimes despite overwhelming evidence from Lake's diaries. And he was even in the damn videos of torturing the ladies.
He said it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It was him.
That's not me.
Officer,
You
that's
see
not
that
me.
guy right there that looks exactly like me?
That's not me.
Not me.
That's not me.
Judge, I have a lost twin. I
Are you
never
saying
met.
all Hong Kongers look alike?
Y'all just being racist.
Just being racist.
You guys are being racist. That's not me.
So, when Ing, during his time in Canada, when he was in prison,
Yeah.
he studied up on U.S. law.
No way.
Yeah, he studied up on
He
U.S. law.
lawyered himself up by himself.
He lawyered himself up, and he studied up on U.S. law, and he knew all these loopholes for the U.S. criminal justice system.
Obviously, because it's U.S.
So
criminal justice. Come
when
on.
he got extradited to California, he knew all the tricks to extend. He was gonna get the death penalty, and the evidence is overwhelming. He was gonna get the death
So
penalty.
it was not escape from that. Okay.
There's no escape from that, but he wanted to prolong that as long as possible.
Okay.
So he kept firing attorneys, hiring attorneys, doing all this shit in the U.S. justice system to prolong his.
How long did he prolong it?
I don't know how long exactly, but it went down as I think is either California or the nation's most expensive trial ever. It was $20 million worth of fees.
My boy said, I ain't going out
Yeah. I'm gonna take some of that money with me.
I'm gonna use this Asian in me to be a nuisance to you.
Oh, I got an idea.
My father was right the entire time to use my brain.
His father was in the stand. He's like, I'm so proud of him.
He's
But
doing
he
math.
just used it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Good math, son.
You are
Good
Lord.
job.
Good job.
You did good. You made me
did
proud.
good. You did good.
I don't care about the ladies you killed. You made me proud.
Fuck the ladies. I'm proud father
I'm a
right
proud Hong Konger.
now. You're an ideal Hong Konger.
That is wild.
That's crazy.
Well, he prolonged his trial as much as possible, costing the nation or the state $20 million. But eventually, in February of 1999, Ing was convicted on 11 counts of homicide and sentenced to death.
What day in
With
February?
the judge, I don't know what day, with the judge stating Ing had not acted under duress or domination by Lake. So the judge said, "No, you knew what you were doing. Lake didn't make you do any of this stuff. You wanted to do this stuff." And as of January 2022, Ing remains incarcerated in San Quentin State Prison. where California's death penalty has been under a moratorium since 2019 following Governor Gavin Newsom's executive order.
So he's still alive?
He's still alive.
Yeah.
To this day.
He was sentenced to death, but the California reversed the death penalty. They don't have that anymore. So
Motherfucker got
he
saved
got
by the
saved.
fucking. Oh
Yeah.
my god, bro.
Well, he's in San Quentin, and that is not a fun place to be.
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it is. He's probably getting. He's paying everything he did.
Well,
What the
that's
fuck is
that's
going
all
on?
I got for Charles Lake and
That's all-
Charles Ng and Leonard Lake.
If you guys see a baby running around on our screen, is because we have babies around here. Well, actually, just one.
yeah, we run a daycare part time too.
Yes, so that's why we need you to subscribe, like, and comment because
We got to support this daycare.
we gotta
Yes,
support
exactly.
this daycare. We
We
gotta
gotta-
support these hungry babies. So Charles Ng.
If you
Yeah,
don't,
get
if
to
you
them.
don't like it, if you don't subscribe or comment, all these kids will be orphans.
As a matter of fact, these kids will go to Charles Link. Okay. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, like, comment, subscribe.
Love.
Thanks
We
for
love
watching.
you.
That was it. Horrified Beans out.
Goodbye.
Yeah.